This is who we are. Within each of us, there is an ego that has been imprisoned by some false belief, some chain that is no longer there. Something that maybe your teachers or your parents or somebody had given to you, someplace along your journey in life, sometime when you fell down and you thought you could never get up again. And so you created that belief that says, I can't do this anymore. I don't have the energy to do this. I don't have the ability to do this. I don't have enough education to do this. I'm too old to do this. I'm too young to do this. Whatever. It's a false belief. Within each and every one of you, there is a divine essence. You cannot become like God's, because that would say that you aren't already. You are in the essence of who you are, the divinity, because you have been created out of that which is everything. Everything is the divine essence of the infinite intelligence, the eternal spirit. You are infinite and eternal just as you are in the essence within. Now the garment may need to be dissolved, and we may need to take off the robe of this thing that we call the body in order to set ourselves into that freedom. But the truth of it is that you can have it right here and right now. There is no false statement in that song that Joel was singing. Right here, right now. I'm creating through the co-creation process the experience that I desire. So if there's some intention that you want to set for the new year, begin to use the co-creative process. There are 3 steps that are important in this co-creative process. One is called clarity. You must have clarity. You must understand what it is that you want, where you're going to go, what you desire the most, what is important to you. You must get clear on that. Now, I'm going to caution you not to get into the details of it, but to get clear about what it is that you want. If you desire love in your life, don't try to work out the details. I tell the story of the woman who said, I wanted love in my life. I want somebody that's going to greet me at the door every day with a smile on their face, and they're just going to kiss me all over the place, and she got a puppy dog. Don't get caught up in the details. Allow Spirit to bring that forth, because it has a greater idea. It has something greater. But you know that you want love. So begin to get clear about what's that experience of love. What does that feel like? Because you have to have a feeling with it. It goes back to that point that if you don't put some action to it, if you don't have some interest in it, and interest is more than feeling. You know, feeling is about I can feel good, I can feel bad, I can feel sad, I can feel happy. My interest in it is that I'm in love with it. I am so interested in this Center for Spiritual Living that I am in love with it, and I want to spend all of my time here doing all the things that we do here. Because that's my choice, that's my priority, that's my interest. And then it shows up in each and every day, and I get to make choices about which part of it I'm going to do today or not. So there has to be clarity, and there has to be consensus. There must be agreement. If nothing else, there must be an agreement between your ego self, what we call the small self, and your higher self, which is your essence, that eternality and the immortality of who you are. So you must find agreement within yourself. When you find agreement with yourself, with your ego part, which gets you through the day-to-day life, and your higher part, which calls forth the greater good of who you are, then you find yourself in peace and harmony and in joy. When you're not in agreement with yourself, when you're not in consensus, then what you have is this ego part that's pulling you over here, and this higher consciousness that's saying, but I really would like to be over here, and then it shows up in form, and it looks like disease and illness and lack and limitation. You can have peace in your body, peace in your mind, peace in your soul, peace in your heart, because that is the essence of who you are. And the third step is there must be commitment. You must be committed to doing this. You must be committed, if you're choosing to go with us on this journey, to each and every day reading the paragraph. I'm asking for maybe 10 minutes a day. That's not even 10%. That's not even tithing a portion of your time. 10 minutes a day to read a paragraph, to call it a spiritual practice, and then to put something into it, to make a commitment that I am not going to put new cloth on an old garment, that I'm going to create something totally new in my life, something that brings me greater joy and abundance, love, prosperity. So in the co-creation process, because we co-create our life, even if we don't know it, we're co-creating our life by what we're thinking. Change your thinking and keep it changed. Don't go back to the Statue of Liberty. Get that out of your mind. Stay in the creative process. There must be clarity. There must be consensus. And there must be commitment. If you hold on to these three and you work that process, I guarantee you that 2012 will be the most extraordinary year that you have ever lived. And so I invite you to put your seat backs up straight, put your trays away, to fasten your seat belts, and to go within and to join in this creative process. And if you will, just close your eyes for a moment. Settle into this space and this time and begin to breathe deeply from that inner being, that true life, the essence of who you are, and go deeper and deeper. I step into this life that I know is the one. I invite each and every one of you who choose and choose freely to go with me into this new year with a new vision, a new idea, a new commitment to life. I believe that there is nothing that stands in our way. That each of us taps into that power and that presence that allows for us to be co-creators, to bring life more fully into expression and experience. And if you agree with me on this, then I invite you to repeat after me. There is only one life. There is only one life. And this life is perfect. And this life is God's life.
And this life is God's life.
And this life is my life now.
And this life is my life now.